So isn't this just the coolest thing? This is a one-way mirrored, you can see out but not in, public restroom on the square in Sulphur Springs. And I'll show you the other one, the inside of it, in just a bit. So here's the second mirrored restroom, and it's occupied by some young men that look like college age, and I'm just waiting for them to depart, and then I'll go in and show you what this looks like. So now I'm inside of the mirrored see-through bathroom. Yeah, this is cool. There's the door. Yeah. Okay, well, here's the stuff. Here's the facilities. This is cool. Here's the statue, war statue. I'm just walking around showing you what it looks like. The music that you're hearing is being generated by the square. There's speakers on top of the poles playing music. The grass is pretty green. They've definitely been watering it because we've had this terrible drought here in Texas this year. It's got a lot of landscaping, pretty little flowers and bushes. And I'm just walking. I'm walking over to where the courthouse is. This is, as I said earlier, one of the most beautiful courthouses I've ever seen. It's just stunning. What you're seeing in front of me is memorials for wars. This one was exceptionally nice also. Divided up by years. And I'm walking closer to the courthouse, and here's a little book pantry. I stopped and gave it a little viewing. I didn't see anything I wanted, so I didn't indulge in getting a book. But I like these. I like food pantries too. I like to participate in those. So I'm walking towards the courthouse. There's a corner of the across the street, which is kind of neat. This is a really large and beautiful magnolia tree. So I'm walking over to an eternal flame, which is really cool. And I cut out some of the sound because of the music, but you can hear the waterfalls. There is waterfalls right here by this eternal flame. Right to the right of it, there's waterfalls, and you can. The sound is really pretty, but I did cut some of it out because I don't want to copyright the music, although I'm not playing it. I don't know how that works. Maybe it's allowable if you're in a public place where music is playing and you have no control over it, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to do the wrong thing. All right, well, I'm walking now in the back of these memorials. I'm walking over to this bench. Here's valor, bravery, probably. I don't know what that says. I'm walking over to this bench, and it's got several picnic tables. This is just a little statue on the bench, and it actually looks a lot like my ex-son-in-law. Looks like his body. So anyway, it's another memorial dedication. Here is here's a view back to the front of it. Here's some little picnic areas. This would be a great place to eat if you work downtown. yes, I'm sure probably a lot of people do come over here and eat their lunch. Well, now I'm walking back the other way. I'm going towards the courthouse itself, and it appears to have a basement, and also, I don't know if he's too visible, but there is a worker that's kind of patrolling there. He's probably a security guard. Had to think of the words. Anyway, this is the courthouse. Isn't this stunning? It is beautiful. It's the third one that the town has had. I think the one before this one burned, and then they built this one, and it was built in 1895. In a minute, I'm going to come over to the sign, that talks about the courthouse, but it is really pretty. It appears to be kind of small, but of course it's not really that small. But the way it's shaped and the way that the front, the entrance looks, it has kind of a smallish look to it. I'm telling you, I've seen it several times, but I've never gotten up close before. Never walked it like I'm doing right now. Way around the side of it where the sign is telling about the courthouse. Notice the side streets, and I'm looking back, showing what the general area looks like. You can see some places to sit, places to eat. And that's some of the side part of the downtown area. So here's some of the little side streets, which are really cute. How buildings are cute too. Hopkins County Courthouse. This is the third one, built in 1882, was destroyed February 1895 by a fire that also burned the jail, several nearby structures. Plans were made for a new courthouse to be erected on this corner rather than the middle of the block where the first one stood. The site is unusual because most Texas courthouses are located in the center of the public square, not facing it. The new structure, designed by James Riley Gordon, 1864 to 1937. He was a popular courthouse architect from San Antonio, and it was constructed by the Dallas firm of Sonfield and Emmons. Austin architect A.O. Watson was hired to inspect the work. He admired the plans, but suggested bracing to strengthen the stonework. Building was completed August 1895 at a cost of $75,000. Clock for the tower was requested by some citizen, but county commissioners refused to provide funds. Made of red granite with contrasting sandstone trim, the Hopkins County Courthouse is a fine example of the massive Richardsonian Romanesque style which Gordon often used. Quarter circular porches at the northwest and southwest corners mark entrances to the three-story edifice. Recorded Texas Historic Landmark, 1975. It's entered in the National Register of Historic Places. Look what this looks like up close. And this is the thing over a window, which is stone. Look at this. This is incredible. It is really the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And here's this other entrance. I love the circular entrance. It's really, really neat. Modern times, all persons entering subject to search, no guns, yada yada, which, obviously we need that, but it's definitely a change in the way things were, huh? So, anyway, I love it. It's beautiful. Okay, well, here's some of the buildings alongside of it that are super vintage too. So, here's some of the windows. They're really tall. They're a good, probably 10 foot tall. I bet that's some sort of little opening up there. That's neat. So, anyway. It's working on being 5 o'clock, so a lot of this is going to die down. So, I don't know that I'll be able to go to that museum. I think I wasted a lot of time at the thrift store. They had scrapbooking stuff, so I got a little carried away with digging through stuff, so I stayed longer. Plus, I didn't leave as quickly as I planned because my sister called me. She's had a disaster. A tree fell on her house. It's not good. It didn't like destroy the whole house or anything, but it's got a big gash in the ceiling, and the side of the wall, so it's not good. So, all right, well, here's kind of the backside. So this is just me going around the backside on the sidewalk area of the square. And coming up is that vintage church. It's pretty vintage. It's probably 1920s through 40s or so. But I don't know. It could be older also. On the opposite side of the street is more stores and businesses. So this is some areas where you can picnic and eat. Super attractive, I'll tell you. The road is still brick. I don't know if it doesn't really look too old brick, but it's brick, so.